In this video series I analyze how different countries would look like in their greater version today. Don't take it too seriously, it's just a thought experiment using a lot of imagination. In the last video we analyzed Greater Switzerland, but also Austria is not spared from this video series. So in this video we will transform the Austrian Alpine nation from a peaceful little country into an empire with superpower ambitions. I let myself guide by the proposal of the Austrian Empire for a common state with German territories. Between the years of 1849 and 1851, Austria reportedly proposed that all Habsburg-ruled territories should join one German confederation. The participation of Hungary and northern Italy would have increased Austrian domination within this new superstate. So this time it is not a far-fetched thought experiment, but actually has some historical basis. With open maps we see how big this Greater Austria would be in reality. It would span over entire Germany, Hungary, Slovakia, the Czech Republic, Slovenia and Croatia, parts of Italy, Poland, Russia, Lithuania, Ukraine, Romania and Serbia. In total, Greater Austria would be home to just over 180 million people, making it not only the most populous country in Europe, but also the 8th most populous country in the world. 20 times more people would live in Greater Austria than in today's Austria. And with an area of about 1.2 million square kilometers, Austria's territory would be more than 14 times greater, making Greater Austria the second largest country in Europe, about 1/3 the size of the European part of Russia. And ironically, the largest city in Greater Austria would be today's German capital Berlin. Such a Greater Austria would absolutely dominate the European continent. After all, it would have access to the Adriatic Sea, the Baltic Sea and the North Sea at the same time. It would also split Europe into Western and Eastern Europe and control all trade over land between these two blocks. It would become the third largest economy in the world after the US and China, and would become one of the greatest players on the stage of the world's superpowers. The Austrian statesman, diplomat and military official Felix zu Schwarzenberg planned such an initiative in 1849, and the thoughts of his Minister of Trade Karl Ludwig von Brugg went in a similar direction. He sketched the outlines of a corresponding custom union with world power ambitions. These plans are to be understood partially as genuine offers and partially as propaganda in the German political dispute at that time. Austria rejected the German Empire supported by the Frankfurt National Assembly because it was too liberal and because Austria was not allowed to join with all its territories. It was equally opposed to the Prussian attempt to establish the more conservative federal state of Erfurt Union. In the end, neither Prussia nor Austria could prevail with their plans. The middle states such as Bavaria and Hanover were afraid of a federal state without Austria, in which Prussia would have been the supreme power, but equally afraid of a Greater Austria as a pure confederation of states, in which Austria would have dominated. Thus, in the summer of 1851, the old German Confederation was restored and a Greater Austria never became part of reality.